Welcome everybody to another great episode of Real Life Matters. I'm your host, DBoss. Of course, before we start the show today, I would like you guys to subscribe to the channel, my YouTube channel. Go to DBoss Networks on Instagram, DBoss_1 on DBoss_1 on Instagram, DBoss Real Life Matters. And then also, if you want to follow me on Facebook, it's Sweet the Boss, not sweet like sugar. Sweet is SUITE. As in a hotel suite, and you can follow me there. And also, please follow the guests and like their stuff. You know, everybody works hard, so we're just trying to do a collaborative thing. But anyways, I got somebody here today from the Midwest, and he's doing a lot of stuff and a lot of, we're going to have to dissect him down today. So we have no further ado. We have Isaidit TV. I said it, I called it. And he is here with us today. How are you?
Peace, Queen. How are you today?
Are you good?
I'm good. Oh, you're frozen or something, I guess.
No, I wasn't frozen. Maybe you're frozen a bit, but it's okay. Can you tell everybody I said it, where you come from?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm from Chicago, Illinois, Chicagoland area, you know what I'm saying, but I represent, Matson, Illinois, and Chicago Heights.
Chicago Heights. Is that a good part of Chicago?
It's a south suburb of Chicago.
Okay.
You know,
well,
what's good, what's bad, really, you know.
You never know. You never know what could be good, what could be bad. It's okay. So you don't got no Caribbean background in you?
No, not that I know of. We might be related. You never know.
That could be a little bit of a long shot, but we're all right.
Right.
So what about? Okay, you're in the interviewing business, host, and you're a celebrity interviewer. So we're going to take it back a little bit. So how did you get started in this business? Okay, well, we're just going to show you a brief break. You just had a little technical difficulty, and we'll be right back.
Okay, I'm so sorry. The whole time, it had been frozen on my end. I hadn't been able to see you or nothing. It was just frozen. So I had to click out to go back and come back in. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
But I'm sorry. What was your first question?
The question I'm asking you, well, you've been in this industry, so how did you get started in this industry?
Oh, well, reference to getting started in the industry, I kind of jumped out there. What happened was, my guys at the time, I was 19 years old, and they had became rappers. They was like, I'm gonna start rapping or whatever like that. So when everyone would become rappers, because I never wanted to be known as quote unquote everyone else, because everyone in the neighborhood was rappers. So I'm like, I'm a poet, because I had just learned about the late great Maya Angelou. You know what I mean? May she continue to rise in power. But I'm like, man, she's an older lady, but people still have a lot of respect for her every time she speaks. So I want that. I want to be able to do something that lasts forever and create something, my words on paper to where people respect it and not say, okay, you too old to do this. And that's how that started, And so I became a poet.
So you were a rapper.
Yeah. I started rapping a little bit. I never wanted to be considered saying a rapper, quote unquote. So I was like, If you're a rapper, then I'm a poet. And then that's what I started doing, just going to open mics and just, performing poetry, slowing the rap down, and just, doing that. And that started in 2001. And then in 2003.
So when you did, no, let's wait. Don't rush over here.
Okay.
He's still poet. Yeah, he's trying to scrape it by people out there. But I know you're asking me, are you gonna? So can you give us a little sample of something that you did as a dub poet back then?
Ooh, okay.
We're going deep now. Gee, I want some of that too.
I'll say you some. I'll say you some.
All right, all right.
Okay, so this is from something back then.
Okay,
This is I'm going back 20 years ago.
that's okay.
If you don't mind. So this was not written toward any woman in particular, though this was intended a temporary cure. You see, an older girl hearted who hurts her with generosity, been often taken but not given, backed by boyfriends really faking love except when making love, leaving a girl left confused, getting played silly, searching for directory. Every time she opens her thighs, naive to real quality time because she's been educating a bedroom instead of a class. And I'm just gonna stop right there because after that
Wow. Well,
it
hey,
gets a
well,
little
that's
deep. It gets a
but
little
that's
deep.
pretty
It gets a
good
little
though.
deep. Yeah. But that was basically dedication I wrote to women who, basically it was that's addicted to sex and remind them that um, any addiction is a bad addiction. You know what I'm saying? Just
So
remind them.
this was written for women that were addicted or that are addicted to sex.
Yes, that's what that was about. But because I'm never gonna point the finger one way, not point the finger about myself, I wrote one for men too.
Okay,
I wrote,
let me hear the men one.
I don't know that was about heart right now. I
You
don't
can't
know that
remember?
was about heart. I don't know that was about heart. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
you
but it's
remember
really
the
good.
well, of course you remember the women one, right?
Yeah,
That's
because
all
I
right.
wrote that. Because
Mm-hmm.
I wrote it first.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wrote it first.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We
Hey,
hear you
don't you
hear
want to know
that, our
what the
viewers
name?
out there? You hear it? You hear what he's saying, right? Okay. Don't lash out at me. It's him. That is for women of sex addiction. So we'll see. We'll see about that one.
But the boss. I have to tell everyone what the name of the titles are. So the name of the one that I just spit a little piece of, that's
Yes.
called the PUSSY abuse habit. And then the PUSSY
So
abuse habit.
wait, you can't say it, or is it JJ or something? Or
Yeah, I'm just saying that's just what I said. That's how I wrote it. 20 years
okay.
ago when I wrote it on paper, I said PUSS. I really wrote double S, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Like the word double SY abuse habit. And then for the men, it's called the boy that jumper upper every boner. I was trying to be creative, you know what I'm saying?
Woo! You must be a lot of people must have liked you when you came up.
Yeah, I kept people entertained on the stage, you know what I'm saying? Then I switched it over a little bit, switched it up.
Okay. So now we're going. So I said it. How did you come up with the name I said it?
Oh man, now you asking. That's serious right there. You
Well, that's
you got
serious.
deep.
You got this serious here.
Okay, so check it out. The boss. Me personally, what I mean, I never really been one to have too many like gimmicks or whatever like that. Like all I could do was poetry. That's all I knew. I can't sing, I can't dance, I can't this, that, you know what
You
I mean?
can't dance.
So, no, I don't dance nothing like that. I got these bars for you. I got bars. That's all I got. So with that being said, I'm like, okay, this was during the time I jumped back out in the poetry scene because I had took a break. So in 2014, 2013, I made a return. And when I returned, I'm like, I need a name. I want a new name. I need something that's really catchy. And so I just start really meditating and just, really thinking hard. What is something that represents me, my personality, something that is um serious, something that's respected, something that everybody in the whole world has said out of their mouth at one time or another in their lifetime. And I kept just thinking about just words like the and like and just words that are common, you know what I mean? And then I came up with the I said it. And what also helped me come up with I said is because I was watching videos on YouTube, manifestation videos, and they always say, you have to say it. You have to say what you mean. You have to say what you want. And so I was like, okay, if I can name myself, I said it, everything I say shall come to pass. Everything I say shall manifest because I'm embracing the word, the key word to manifestation. One of the key words, envisioning, writing things down, saying it. So one of the steps I feel like I'm embracing within the universe. So I embrace that with the I said it. Then after that, of course, I said it also represent just being a man of your word, trying to keep your word with people. If I say something, then that's what I really mean. I want to go on my way to the dying end to try to get it done because my word is my bond. That's how you raise in Chicago, like in the streets and things of that nature. Like your word is your bond. You can't just be going and just say anything out your mouth and not back it up. You make a bet with somebody, you're supposed to pay up. If you don't pay up, you don't have the money, communicate. Tell the man, woman, like, hey, I don't have your money right now, but I'll have your money such and such, you know what I'm saying? Or here's a piece of something and I'm working on it. You know what I'm talking about? Communication. So that's basically, the origin of where I came up with the whole I said it thing. That's where it came from. And then
I said it and called it. So you have two pieces. So called it.
What's called it? Where did that carry from?
I don't know. I said it's like, what's your last name? Is your last name called it, or what is it?
Oh no, it's Callahan.
Callahan. Why is everybody saying I said it again? Called it. It's Callahan. I guess a lot of people. I said it and called it. Well, I think you got to put that on your slogan now.
Hey, I think you just gave me something. I might run with that. I might see how I can flip that.
I said it. I called it. That's what. Right. I was talking to someone that too, and we were saying chill right. From Talk It Out, and he said, yeah, I said it. I called it. So they were. And I said, well, now you're telling me no, your last name is Callahan. Okay.
Yeah, last name Callahan. My name Michael Callahan the second.
Okay.
Yep. Always been jealous.
And I said it TV. So okay, so now 2003. So what happened then?
Oh, you good. Good memory. Okay, so 2003. So what happened in 2003 was it was a gentleman named Thomas. He did videos like movies and stuff and fashion shows. He stayed at the end of my block at the time. And so I started helping him sell tapes and stuff. And then he was like, somebody who I think you would get along with, I'll introduce you to a lady named Bridget, who was an actress in one of his films and a friend of his. And she's actually the publisher and publicist for the legendary iconic Warriors. Her name is Bridget Wiley. And in 2003, he introduced me directly to her and was like, I know you say you need some help just selling ad space in your magazine. So I think he'll be good. He a hustler. And so we connected. Chemistry was good. You know what I mean? She really went out her way for me. You know what I mean? She used to, at the time I wasn't driving, you know what I mean? And so she used to come and pick me up from Matson, Illinois and take me to 87th Street, which is probably about a half an hour drive, I say, but she did this every day. She'd pick me up for work and take me to the office to put me in a position to make money and teach me what it was to how to sell ads and stuff like that. Actually her Uncle Frank, the legendary Uncle Frank Chapman, who's a huge activist in Chicago. He actually was the one that set me down at 23 years old when I started working with her, 22, 23. And he just broke it down and we had like a 2-hour interview and was recorded with one of those handheld recordings. And he literally spoke to me about sales and people networking, saying like people to people communication, just like whatever like that, you know what I mean? And it really helped and it was something that I took with me. But one thing that he said that I never forgot, DBoss, he told me, good fortune favors the bold. And ever since then, I've been living my life in that order, being as bold as I can be and just know that sometimes it's not going to work out when you be bold, but when it does work out, you deserve that because good fortune favors those that's bold.
So you worked for Chicago, the Bridge magazine.
Yep.
So what was going through your mind when you were working there? Because obviously you evolved and you're coming out here. So how did that process go?
Well, what happened was in 2013, that's when I became a celebrity interviewer because Bridget came to me one day and she was like, I really want you to start doing. She was actually the one too that I would say I would contribute to me making a return to the poetry scene because I had told myself I was not going to return until I had a book, till I had a CD. Like I had a whole little plan. Like I'm not going to show face again until I come with all this material. But what happened was she had something going on and she was like, I need a poet. And I told him you was going to perform. I'm like, I ain't performed in like 3 years. Like, what you mean? Like, and she was like, so I didn't want to leave her hanging. That's my friend. She told somebody I'm going to perform. So I showed up and showed out. And so that's just what happened. I ended up spitting like 7 poems that day. And I hadn't performed in 3 years. And then that's when I recognized, like, okay, I still got it. And so with that being said, that gave me confidence to jump behind a camera and start doing interviews for the first time, behind a camera once she invited me to do that, and she set me up with a gentleman who was my first interview, and his name is the legendary DJ Houseman, and he's the godfather of ghetto house music. He started ghetto house music on the west side of Chicago in 1984.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was my first interview. And after that, I wasn't scared. I didn't look back. You know what I'm saying? I was just hungry for more.
So,
Yeah.
and so okay, so now 2003. Now you're doing this. So and then who else? Which other organization did you go to after then?
No, I mean, really, I just, I was sticking with the Chicago Bridge magazine. Through the Chicago Bridge magazine, I had the pleasure of meeting, a lot of great people, what I mean, whether they were celebrities, other promoters, other just people in the business, movers and shakers throughout Chicagoland and,
Mm-hmm.
abroad. So, with that being said, I just I stuck with her for a long time, and it's whatever we came up with. Sometimes she come up with ideas, I come up with ideas, we just do it. We just do it together, and that's just how we was rocking for a long, long time. So I'm happy to say, while I was with the famous Chicago Bridge magazine, Bridget, she came up with the idea that she wanted to start honoring legends. Um, well, first let me say this: I started tribute to women back in 2016. I woke
Okay.
up, that's when I decided I want to start honoring Black women. Because
Okay.
what happened was the relationship that I was in, the boss at the time, my girlfriend, she was really, really sick, and despite she's my ex now, I still keep in touch with her. We're good friends. Still, like to say, I'm glad to say that. But with that being said, now I was inspired to, like, what can I do for my girlfriend who's a homebody, who's sickly, and I'm a person that's blessed to be in front of people like yourself,
Mm-hmm.
excuse me, to be in front of the media, in front of the world, just to
Mm-hmm.
express myself. But how can I bring this attention back home to her, who deserves
Mm-hmm.
to be praised and stuff like that and saluted? So, um, first I thought of a poem. No, I'm sorry. First it was an event. So I'm like, okay, I can do a video. That's what it was. That's how Tribute to Women started. It was with a video.
Okay.
So I'm like, I could do a video with a bunch of women and just, and that'd be like my salute tribute to women. But no one showed up to my video, the boss. One person showed
What?
up. So let me shout out the one person that showed up to my video,
Wow.
KJ, Kerry Jr., James Jr., and his mama and a baby. And so I'm like, okay, this didn't work. So then I'm like, I had to go back to the drawing board. And then when I went back to the drawing board, one day I was trying to write a poem about my relation of me or man being God or God-like or having God inside of him or whatever like that. But what happened was I wrote a poem about women being the gods of the earth is what happened. And it ended up being one of my most famous poems. And I named it my house poem to my event. And it's called Amen, Amen. Amen spelled the regular way, Amen. And then it's
Mm-hmm.
also saying A space man.
Amen. Okay.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
So I came up with that, and once I came up with that poem, that's when really things start taking off. The ideas just start pouring out the sky. I was waking up with just crazy ideas for an event, and I just brought people together. I reached out to many people. One person I first reached out to was Latae Holiday, who's the niece of the famous Freeway, the real Rick Ross. And so I reached out to her first because I had befriended her. She was the one that actually hooked me up to be able to interview her uncle back in
Mm-hmm.
2014 when I first interviewed Freeway the Real Ross out of LA. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, so she was on the team, and then life changed, and she had to do some things, and so she couldn't complete the job to help with the event. So then I found Big Red, what I'm saying, Big Red Entertainment, Brandy Martin. What I mean, she had just became promoter of the year, new female promoter of the year. So I, just thinking strategically, like, what I mean, I've never done an event before, but if I go and get the promoter of the year, then I should be able to help get a turnout to help me promote. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did or whatever. It was a decent turnout. Everybody was there. I really appreciate everyone that turned out. But that night for the first time in 2017, December the 11th, I honored um, four women, including my girlfriend that night. So that was just something very memorable, and I'm just grateful that it turned out that something that started with just a word, a vision, it turned into something big and it turned into a poem. It turned into an event. Now I've honored 9 women under my company. I said in management, I said at TV.com. And it's just left 9 women with extraordinary memories, an extraordinary experience that they'll never forget. And they took home a real crown and an award and a plaque, signature plaque. So I'm just grateful, just grateful for
Wow.
everybody.
So
Yes,
when did
ma'am.
it start? You started conflicting and saying, something, maybe I could do this. Maybe I can do this on my own, and you say, and all those things started to come up. So when did that start for you?
Once I did the tribute to women, once I accomplished that, that gave me the confidence to let me know that if need be, or if you know, um, it ever came up, I can hold my own. What I'm saying, out here, I can do my own thing. If but always still, I'm grateful to work with Bridget and the famous Chicago Bridge magazine. It was a great stepping stone for me for a long time, and it helped me find my way out here to the point to where now I'm able to do the things I did. I walked away from the publication I'm sorry, early this year in February, and it was a hard thing to do. What I mean, because that was my comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
That's my home. Like that's where I've been for so long. So to walk away, it really took a lot of guts in me. A lot of boldness, a lot of you know, just ambition. It took a lot of ambition of
Right.
just wanting to be all that I can be, the best, because I've always wanted to be the best version of myself that I can be. Once I turned over a new leaf, when I turned 30 years old, that's really when I turned on a new leaf. Other than that, I was like really out here living a little spontaneous and a little fast and just doing some things I probably shouldn't always do. But I always balance that with holding a job and keeping a hustle, and working with the magazine and doing poetry. But I still had like a double life out here. I was out in the streets and just doing things and just was, popular in Chicago, but for other reasons.
Okay. So you doing it? You said you're doing like a double life. So do you think you'll ever do more of that dub poetry that you were doing?
Yeah, absolutely. So now what it is that I really kind of just stick to my I kind of just stick to doing poetry at my events, unless you book me to come to your event and host or do poetry. But other than that, I just concentrate on if you want to see me do poetry, then come to my event, and so I can keep it exclusive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know it's this in media industry. It's a hard industry, and you really have to push, and you got to do a lot of stuff, and So, what more can we see from I Said It TV?
Well, actually, I'm so glad that you asked that because, having the pleasure of being able to work with again Bridget Wiley, I can't say her name enough because I'm really that grateful for her because she gave me an ultimate start, what I'm saying, an ultimate push in this industry. So,
Mhm.
with that being said, now I have a magazine that I've got coming, and I have a launch party that's actually going to be November the 11th, because I did my first tribute to women December the 11th. Now, years later, I'm going to launch my first magazine November the 11th. Key number is 11. That new beginning is all about that new beginning. So yeah, so on 11/11 will be a launch party in Hammond,
Where's it
Indiana,
going to be at?
a place called the Main Attraction on Calumet Avenue. So all the information is actually on my page.
That's the
It's on
name
my
of the venue. It's
website.
called the Main Attraction.
Yes, ma'am. The Main Attraction. Yeah,
Wow.
and it's really a beautiful spot. It's open for booking if anybody else want to rent the spot as well. But yeah, I'm working with a lady by the owner, Felicia Juicy Williams, and man, we just came together. And, we just gonna just make it happen. And I'm glad to have her support. She opened the doors for me to do my event, and I look for a good turnout. I already have a singer on deck. I'm gonna perform some poetry, obviously. You know,
Woo!
yeah.
That's going to be something. And how
Yeah,
much is it to get in?
Yeah, so what I did was just yesterday I decided I can cut the tickets down. Regularly it's $20 per ticket for early bird, which includes a catered plate. But you know what I mean? I really want people to be there. So, I don't want people to be like, but I couldn't afford this. So all right.
Mm.
So now two of you all can get in with a plate for only $30. Two
A plate of
people,
food. That's
$30.
a plate of food.
Right, with a catered plate. You know what I'm saying? Yes, a catered
Wow.
plate of food for only $30 for two people. Like, come on,
Hmm.
like you don't get that too many places. And it's gonna be live performance, and you get to see the revealing of what this cover is gonna look like that I've been working on for a while now, and get to see who's on the cover. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Wow.
big surprise, like who's on the front cover of my first magazine. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we
And
all can't wait for that one. The cover of the
yeah,
magazine coming out, everything, wow.
and I have not revealed the name of the magazine yet, neither. No one knows what the name of it is.
Okay.
That's the secret. So, what I mean, I'm glad to just introduce all of that to the world on 11/11, and then in December, between December 7th and December the 11th, then you'll be able to have a free download of the publication to be available. So, man, I'm really excited, boss, like about this magazine because I've really worked hard, hard, hard.
Well, you
Like,
should know how to put it together. You worked for so long in the magazine.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, if I may, I have like so many people, not so many people, but I have a huge staff. I don't know how many people I got
Yeah,
on my
well, you,
staff.
you want to give any of your shout outs to your people?
Yeah, yeah, before because I don't want to wait to the end and then have to rush it. You know what I mean? Me shouting them out is more important than me continue to tell you about what I'm doing because they are a part of what I'm doing. They are a part of my
Okay.
future. So it's my pleasure to announce this is my staff, the legendary hip hop pioneer LJ Wicks in the in the Netherlands, and near Amsterdam and the Western Europe area. You know what I mean? That's where she's located. Her name is LJ Wicks, and she's gonna be one of the writers for my magazine. She started
Hmm.
rapping in 1982, by the way. That's why again
Wow.
she's a hip hop pioneer. Then I had a pleasure of bringing on Malaka Tori, and she's actually the little sister of Joe Tori and Guy Tori, and she has a media company called Tori Girl Media, and she's gonna be one of the writers for my magazine too. I'm glad to welcome her. Then also I have a lady by the name of Angelique Racky, and she is gonna be one of my editors, and she owns a company called BCAI, which stands for Breaking Chains and Advancing Increased Cultural Arts and Humanities. Then I like to also welcome Sammy. Despite people know I'm a graphic designer, but it was hard, you know what I mean? I just went on and just I'm gonna trust somebody else this time to design this magazine, the inside, and I'm gonna trust a woman by the name of Sammy, who's a 20-year graphic designer, and she owns a company called OES Freelancing Graphic Design. And I'm just happy to have her on the team as well.
Wow.
Also, I'd like to welcome another writer, Shy Love. Her name is Melanie Hogan, and she's a writer, and she owns a company called Shy Love LLC, right out of Chicago. Then out of Utah, I have a writer, and I'm sorry, he's going to be another writer for the magazine, and he actually is a host of Friday Night Fallout show on KRCL 90.9 FM, like I say in Utah.
It's
Then
called Fallout Show.
yeah, the Friday Night
It's
Fallout
different.
show.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep. Then and his name is
Keith.
Keith McDonald. And then also I have Crystal Booker out of Phoenix, Arizona, and she has a radio show called CB and the Boys, and it comes on every Wednesday night. So you can find her later tonight. It's at 8 o'clock p.m. I want to say Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
So then also I like to welcome She Bananas. She goes by the name of She Bananas, better known as Shakita, and she's a host on the afternoon kickback on My Radio Chicago, and she's the first lady and manager at Mainstream Radio, and she's going to be another writer for the publication. I'm glad to have her.
Hmm.
Man, DeBoss. Now I also was able to bring on the team the legendary Cynthia Traveling Queen. And she's a travel agent and she's gonna be another writer. But everyone on this team is special. But Traveling Queen, she's been traveling, both her and her husband, since 1993. And in 2005, she was recognized by the entertainment industry as a true celebrity. And she's invited to everywhere, anywhere, everywhere across the world. Like anything that goes on, the award shows, any event, anything, she has access. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so happy to have her part of my team. You know what I mean? And again, her name is legendary Cynthia Traveling Queen.
Mm.
Then I also have a friend of mine, Just Mike the Poet, and he's a poet, a master barber, and an author, and he's going to be another writer for the magazine. Then, man, I have Mimi Acosta out of Atlanta, and Mimi, she's the CEO of MIA Entertainment Group, and
Okay.
she's a talent scout, location scout, along with the assistant director of a new TV show that's about to be blowing up called Bars and Beyond. And so she's gonna be another writer. And then last but not least, I have two editors, two more editors. I have three editors total, but these are my other two editors. Dear Diana is her name, and then also Teresa Morgan, who is my lead editor. And
Okay.
also, yep, yep, and that's my staff. So that's one,
Whoa,
two,
well, that's a pretty big staff.
six, seven, eight, nine, 10. That's
That's a
12
big
people.
staff there.
Yeah, so I'm starting off with 12 people, you know what I mean? 9 writers and 3 editors. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I figured like if I got all these writers, I need a lot more editors to make sure, I'll be having, a lot of typos.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just excited to, bring, I'm like, if I want to do this to boss, I'm like, I want to try to do it as big as I can do it. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like why just, because that's in my nature. You know what I mean? I'm a Leo, I'm a Michael, I'm a last and only son. Once I found out that Michael represents King, you know what I mean? Once I found out Leo represents King and things of this nature and God like it, this with the name Michael, if you look it up, I have a lot to live up to. You know what I'm saying? And I took on that challenge to live up to not only my name, to my horoscope, to my everything, to the
Wow.
sacrifices that my parents made to get out the hood to raise me in a better neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? The sacrifices that their parents made, that my ancestors made, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? It's very important for us to continue to always stay keen and aware of, you know what I mean, the people that have given up their lives and sacrificed, their time for us to have a platform like this. So I'm just truly grateful to be say that I have a magazine coming. I have my own TV show and I got my own radio show called Yeah I Said It Radio Show on
You see?
streetscienceradio.com.
Yeah, I said it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
What time
ma'am.
does that come on at?
So right now, we're on a break right now because I honestly took a break. I stepped away, but it comes on 8 p.m. every Thursday night, and I'm
Okay.
to resume it starting in January
Okay.
2022. But I took a break just so that I could come and build this magazine,
Okay.
along with taking a break from one of my TV shows, which I'm in the second season of. When I return, I'll be in season 3 for Words of Silk, poetry TV show, Words of Silk poetry TV show, and with them I work with. Hold on, I, I
Woo!
gotta have my
You got
reference.
out
Gotta
the
have my reference.
folder, people.
Yeah, I work with Landmark International Broadcasting Network. So,
Hmm.
and his name is Mario, and though that's the network that I go through when I do my poetry TV show.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So where can people reach you if they need to see you on social media? They want to reach you to come on your show, or where can you tell them where they can reach you at?
Man, I'm so happy to say that coming up in 2022, you're gonna be able to see my show on lifeandentertainment.com, which is connected
Woo!
with the XOD network. And also you will be able to see me on Culture Zine Media, which is One Stage Plus. And that's a total of over a billion viewership. So I'm grateful. to say that, you know what I mean, I'm taking my show to a whole new level. You know what I mean? I'm going to be seen by the masses, God willing, everything continue to work out as planned. And you know what I mean? The easiest way to contact me is either you can contact me through isaidit.tv.com
Mm-hmm.
or simply email me, isaidit.mc@gmail.com. Again, that's isaidit.mc@gmail.com. That's my direct email. You can contact me anytime. I'm gonna get the little buzz on my phone. You hear me? And hey, I'm gonna get right back to you.
Well, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. I said it to know who you are, what you're about, what the people are going to be looking forward for, and you got to come back when the magazine launches,
Oh man, that'd be
so you
awesome.
could show us and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. I love it. And I just look forward to, celebrating, a lot of great people in there. But what's really important, if you would like to be in the magazine, I'm talking to the audience, then all you have to do is again contact me and I have the best rates, believe me. You know what I mean? Sometimes in life you get what you pay for, right, the boss? But in this case, you're gonna get a lot more than what you pay for because that's just how I move. That's how I like to do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, give me a little and I'm gonna give you a lot. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm
Well,
offering
that's
is,
a lot is always good.
yeah. So the price what I'm offering is 275 equals six, and that ends November the 11th. Now, after November the 11th, it's 375 equals 6 months of advertising. That means you'll have
Okay.
your own sponsored full page of my magazine for a length and duration of 6 months. So that
Okay.
is a great opportunity for people. And the reason, again, I did that real quick. I don't know how much time we have. Real quick, the reason I did that is because it's a pandemic. It's times is rough. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we going through a Great Depression almost again, and so
Mm-hmm.
people are really a little bit more stingy with their money, little just preparing for the things you don't even know what's to come. You know what I mean? Maybe you need to go get more canned foods just prepare if we quarantine again. I don't know. But with
Mm-hmm.
that being said, I want to keep it low to where you're not in a position where you have to decide you can go get groceries and still promote your business. You can do
Right.
both with you can do both with me because I left it there and low enough to where usually what you would spend on marketing on a monthly basis, you spend a whole lot less with me, and you can cover one time price, $275, which is gonna go to 375 for 6 months. So that's like super awesome. You can't beat that.
Wow. Well, that's a great price, and people can reach out to you for that. And
Yeah.
and letting it. Thanks for letting all the people out there know about it. Also.
Yeah, and I have sponsorship programs. I have a sponsorship agreement with my tribute to women. If you would like to be a sponsor, I welcome you. Contact me. If you would like to be a sponsor to I Said in Management, right now the price is only $71.66, and what that includes is TV, radio, and magazine promotion.
Okay.
For one price with a $100 activation, non-refundable activation fee. And this is what I
Okay.
do. But that comes with a referral program. So the boss, real quick, say that you know somebody that want to do that sponsorship agreement with me for
Right.
$71.06. Well, guess what? I'm gonna send you $10.66 every single month for the month of for the length of their sponsorship. So say if they did a agreement with me for
Mm-hmm.
1 year, I'm gonna keep sending you $10.66. But guess what? You can send me 10 people. Then that means that I'm sending you $100. You know what I'm saying? Over
Oh,
$100 a
okay.
month.
So you're giving back.
Right. Always giving back. Whatever I do, I give back. And this
Mm-hmm.
applies to my sponsors too. If you already a sponsor of mine, then you get double. You get $20.66 a month. So,
People, he
I just
worked out the math for you.
yeah, I do this. I do this math. I play with the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about giving back. Less is more. That's my whole thing. Less is more. You'll get
Okay.
more people, if you just, work with people more. So that's what I've been trying to do. I've sacrificed my life for this. I've sacrificed my privacy to this to help the people. So all I ask is that just be respectful to people who have platforms like the boss, to me, what I mean, and other people who has podcasts and just doing their thing with radio shows and giving out interviews because we don't have to do this. Like I said in one of my posts on Facebook, I can just sit back, go to work every day, get drunk, and be a player. You know what I'm saying? Like, but no, I know that I had a purpose in this life to to be greater.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't do what I wanted to do so per se. You know, I have to do what I feel, what my spirit is telling me to do. And sometimes we go against that, but I haven't gone against that. I listen to my spirit. I follow my spirit. And that's why a lot of things happen that's different for me because I follow my spirit and I don't fight it. I do what my spirit tell me to do. You know, if my spirit tell me stop communicating with somebody, that's what I do.
Or maybe you have to do it.
Right, right. For the life of my spirit.
All right. Well, I said it. It was wonderful having you here today. Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure a lot of people learned a lot and know who you are. And, you know, look out for his magazine and the launch party. That's going to be a
Absolutely.
good one. So anyways, I want to thank all the viewers for watching us tonight. Go, you know, support Isaidit TV, support them, support me, because we're the people that's bringing you the entertainment during these times and even after the times. So anyways, good night and bye for now.
Thank you. Saluted. Thank you so much. Blessings, Queen.